Good morning. Hello, hello. Just giving this a minute to make sure everything is working as it should. Okay. So say good morning as you're popping on if you're watching the live, and if you're watching the replay, please do put that in the comments below. I always love to hear who's watching on replay. Good morning, Sonia. Thank you for joining and thank you for sharing. I appreciate you so much. Thank you, thank you. Hello, hello. I see some friends popping on. Good morning, Betty. Hello, Janice. Have your coffee in hand and looking forward to seeing what I create. I have my coffee too. I should probably take off my glasses. Good morning, Linda from Texas over on Facebook. We have a number of friends on Facebook. I hope this is working on YouTube as well. So I'm going to get started really quickly, and then we will get to the crafting and do some chit chat. My name is Zara Premji. I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and creative coach from Markham, Ontario, Canada. And I love to share quick and easy paper crafting and card making ideas. I love to teach. I love to show you that it's easy enough for anybody to do, no matter what level of experience and even what supplies you have. And so today we're going to be making a really quick and simple card. Good morning, Sandra. Hello, Linda. Hello, Janice and Karen. Thank you, my friends, for joining. I'm going to give you a quick sneak peek of the card we're making just so you have a feel for what we're going to be creating. So if you don't want to see it, look away in 3, 2, 1. Here's the card. All right. Don't come at me if you are like, we should not be doing Christmas cards yet. It's, not Halloween hasn't even passed. I've had a few friends on TikTok who have said like, no Christmas cards. But I know that I have some friends who like to start their Christmas cards really early, and I need to be doing that because otherwise I'm always kind of feeling the crunch at the end. And also, my friend Jamie and I are doing a virtual holiday retreat. And so we have to be designing for that. And so that kind of warrants doing some Christmas cards. So today we are going to be using the Christmas banners stamp set, as well as the coordinating dies. Okay. And maybe what I'll do is I'll flip the camera view now so that I can show you things here. So this is the Christmas banners stamp set, and it has a coordinating set of dies. These are called the Christmas banner dies. I'm going to really quickly just kind of share a hack. So if you have coordinating dies for some of your stamp sets, then I find it helps to put them on magnet sheets. Okay, so these are actually some scrap magnet sheets. I had larger pieces, but those are all being used now. So I had these smaller ones left over. And so what I do is I put the dies on these magnet sheets, and that just helps them from moving around. What you normally get when you order dies is you get these, this piece of cardstock, or yeah, I guess it's sort of cardstock. It's a bit more sturdy than our cardstock. And there's this double-sided tape. And what happens is, when you have the dies on them, like now it's not so bad, but when you first get them, it's so hard to peel them off. And then after a while, they just kind of start slipping around. So I find the magnet sheets kind of help me keep them all in place. And then some people like to store them inside their stamp set case. This is actually a borrowed stamp set and dies. Normally I keep mine in the envelope that comes with them. So, okay, Karen says, yeah, actually, that's a really good point. Karen says she loves Christmas cards all year long. And Sandra makes a really good point. If you're sending international cards, you need to get them out soon. So see, there you go. Yes, thank you for validating. I had one, I posted a TikTok of a holiday card that I did recently. And I think it was the one I did on my last Facebook and YouTube live. And she was like, no, Halloween isn't even over yet. How can you be showing Christmas? So anyways, I think that it's a bit of a divided group. Some really like it and some don't. So let me tell you a couple of things that you need to know. Good morning, Deborah. Hello, Keisha. Hello, Shirley. Okay. Betty said, I started doing 10 Christmas cards a month in January. I won't be stressed trying to get them done this year. That's amazing. So lots of different, and please feel free to share in the comments some of your tips for, being able to get your Christmas cards done. That's probably the time of year where we're making the most cards. And for those of you that are kind of new to card making or have never made a single card yourself, let me know if you want some help kind of getting set up. I love to teach step by step, but I also realize that for some people that have no experience, this can be a little bit overwhelming. So just know that I'm here. I call myself a creative coach for a reason. I want to be able to help you through your journey in terms of picking out what might be perfect for you, and just making it as easy and successful for you. Okay. So a couple of things. So the card that I'm going to be making, as I mentioned, is this one here. Sorry, spoiler alert. I am going to be sharing the measurements for this card on my mailing list this week. So if you're not yet on my mailing list, then make sure that you sign up for that. I'm going to put the link in the comments. And so that is the link that you can click to sign up for my mailing list. So I send out news, updates, information about promotions. And for this week, I'm going to be sending out a free tutorial, which will have a photo. It'll have step-by-step instructions. It'll have the measurements, all the things that you need in order to be able to recreate this card. And even if you don't have exactly what I'm using, I always find that the measurements and the layout are always really great for finding inspiration for your card making. So let me have a big swig of my coffee and we are going to get started. I'm sure that calling this coffee in a card makes me drink more coffee because I feel like I should not be doing this live stream without having coffee. So either I need to change the name or just keep going with my crazy coffee intake. Good morning. I see some new friends have joined us. Good morning, Darlene. Hello, Carmen. Hello, Debbie. Shirley's got all her Christmas cards for her family done. Okay, kudos to you, Shirley. I can't say that I ever have that done before early December. Okay, let's get started, friends. So I have got my packet of card materials all ready to go. This is one of my favorite color combinations for the holidays. I love this aqua blue. So this is called Pool Party. And I love that with red. I think that is such a fun color combo. And I've also got pops of green going into this. So it's got a little bit of traditional, a little bit of non-traditional. Good morning, Liz from Edmonton. Oh, Liz, I don't know if you're a hockey fan, but we were watching the Battle of Alberta yesterday, but I went to sleep before the game finished. But it was, I think Calgary was winning at the time, but I don't know. I hope your team came out on top. Okay, so I've got all my stuff ready. This piece here, please somebody remind me, because I always cut a piece like this and then I forget to put it on, is for my envelope flap, okay? So I'm going to show you how to decorate your envelope so that you have a coordinating flap, and it just kind of gives it a little, it's just some interest, and it just kind of creates that coordination look, okay? So I've got all my materials cut and prepared. I did already do a little bit of die cutting, but we'll be doing some more, okay? So let's get out what we need to get started. So first I'm going to do some stamping, and I'm going to be using this stamp set called Christmas Banners. It's a photopolymer stamp set, which means it's clear all the way through. Okay, you can see that you can see through it. I'm going to stamp this banner in Pool Party, and I forgot to show you where it is in the catalog. Let me do that quickly. So this stamp set is on page 11 of our holiday catalog. It's called Christmas Banners. It's part of a mega suite. So you can see it's part of this suite called Sweetest Christmas, which includes 2 bundles. Okay, so 2 different stamp sets, 2 different sets of coordinating dies. One is called Sweet Candy Canes, and this obviously has candy canes in it and a really cool background die. And then we have the Christmas Banners. And I love this one because it has a combination of sentiments. It's got the banners, it's got the little sprigs and all sorts of fun things that you can use to create cards. Like, you don't need another stamp set because you've got one that has both the images and the sentiments, okay? So also included in this suite is the Sweetest Christmas Designer Series paper, which has been so popular that it's currently on back order, but we are told it's due to come back in stock in this next week, okay? So if you want more information or you want to know when that becomes available, again, just send me a message and I can keep you on my list. And this happens to be the stamp set that my friend Jamie and I are going to be using for our virtual retreat, which is coming up soon. Oh, Rick is saying, hello, my friend Rick. Oh my goodness, I haven't seen you in so long on my live. Rick is saying I should do it first before I forget. How many think I should do that? I think that is a great idea. It's like Rick knows me and my scatterbrain. All right, let's do the envelope first, because that will ensure that we don't forget. So I'm going to use my liquid glue for this, and I've got a little stick pin here just in case my glue decides not to cooperate. So when you want to put your Oh, look, it's working. When you want to put designer series paper on your envelope or any kind of pattern paper, in the Stampin' Up! World, we call it designer series paper. I recommend using liquid glue because I find that that gives you a little bit of time to move it around, okay? So I'm going to open that up and I'm just going to line my piece of designer series paper. This is actually measuring 6 inches by 2.5 inches, and that ensures that it will cover the flap of the envelope. So I'm lining it up. I don't know if you can see it, but I'm lining it up with the seam of the envelope, okay? And then you're not even gonna believe how simple this next part is. I can move my stick pin now since my since my glue was working. I'm just gonna take my paper snips. These are literally the best scissors ever. My family knows that these are off limits. Nobody is allowed to use these to do any kind of beard trimming or, you know, cutting open packages. Like, I am very protective about these scissors. I think I might have 3 pairs on my desk. And back in the day when I used to do in-person classes, I would have like 6 or 7 pairs out because I just felt like everybody needs to use these and try these and know how good they are. All I'm doing now is just using these paper snips to cut along the flap of the envelope. So there you have it. Now we can be sure that I will not forget it. Thank you, Rick, for that helpful tip. Okay, back to our regularly scheduled program. We're now going to stamp the banners, and I'm going to use Pool Party, and I'm using this foam mat here. You can use a catalog. You can use sometimes like some of our, I think our stamp positioning tool, our Stamparatus comes with foam. So anything that's just going to kind of give it a little bit of give. I wouldn't stamp this on too hard of a surface, especially with this banner because there's some solid parts to it. So I'm just going to stamp that straight down and straight up. Okay, and you can see that I've got a fairly even image. I probably need to re-ink my Pool Party, but it's I think it'll do. Now I'm going to show you a little trick for using these banners. When you want to put your sentiments, you want to make sure that they're lined up well and straight. So what I would do is, because these are clear all the way through, I'm going to do Season's Greetings. You could also do Merry Christmas. Happy Christmas for those that like to use that sentiment. We've had some conversations about that here. So I'm just going to kind of make sure that that's fairly aligned with the banners, and then I'm going to pick it up with my stamp, okay? So I'm just going to pick it up, and now that that ensures that it's going to be fairly straight, I can stamp both at the same time. So that's a little hack for you when you are doing what we call two-step stamping, when you're stamping like in multiple steps. And now I'm just going to ink that up in real red. Rick says, see, now all you have to worry about is remembering to show it at the end. So glad you're here. Okay, so I'm just now going to stamp this down and up. Pretty straight, not so shabby. It's pretty good. Good morning, Heather. Hello, Barb. Yes, it's such a pretty banner. This stamp set has 3 different banners. It's got one single. It's got one that has that sort of curve, which you can still use 2 sentiments on, like Season's Greetings or Christmas Wishes. And then it's got the double one here that we just used, okay? So the one that's in the middle that has one banner would be really good for 'Tis the Season or Just for You. But you can do all sorts of other combinations, and you know, you can kind of do that. And then of course we have the coordinating dies for them. So we've got this double die here. And then we've got the single ones here. And then we also have these sprigs, and some of them will cut out some of the images in the stamp set. So it's really kind of like, I love the coordination. It's like one-stop shopping. You don't need to worry too much about having to like hand cut, fussy cut things, because that's just, nobody wants to spend their time doing that if you could do it in one fell swoop with a die. Okay, I'm gonna grab my cut and emboss machine, and I'm going to show you yet another hack. So this is like hack number 2. And if we include the envelope, it's kind of like hack number 3. Now, I know that it's a little close to the screen, but I'm going to show you what I do to make sure that my dies are going to cut out the image in a an accurate way, okay? So you don't want to have you want it to be too misaligned. So I use this Post-it tape. This I get from, you can get it from Amazon. I've also gotten it from Staples, which is our office supply store in Canada. I feel like I need my glasses. I don't know, my eyes are a little blurry. But then when I, does anyone else have this problem where you have to constantly be moving your glasses onto your face and then onto your head? Normally I can operate without my glasses, but for some reason, everything seems a little blurry today. My screen seems a bit blurry. I hope it's not just a quality issue. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm using my Post-it tape and I've got it fairly aligned, and that's just gonna hold it in place as I run it through my cut and emboss machine. So I'm gonna hold that down. My mat, like my desk mat, is a little slippery at the bottom. I probably need to put some like rubberized feet on that. Okay, so I'm going to take this off, and now I'm going to do my embossing. So I am using this, oh my goodness, I should have been better prepared with what this is called. This is a set of 2 embossing folders. I'm fairly certain it's in our annual catalog. I know somebody will tell me what it's called, but I'm going to use this to emboss this white piece of cardstock. And again, if you join my mailing list, I posted the link earlier. I'm going to be sending out all the measurements for this particular card. So that way, if you want to recreate it, you can do so. So now I'm just running it through with my gray specialty plate, which is included with the cut and emboss machine. You get all the plates and platforms that you need. And this is just going to create some texture onto this piece of white cardstock. And I'll show you. Wintry, thank you, Lisa. Hello. Okay, so can you see that there? The glare is a little atrocious, but hopefully you can see. This is called the Wintry 3D. It's a 2-pack, so we've got 2 of these embossing folders. There's this one, and then there's another one that has all these little snowflakes and swirls on it. It's very pretty. So what's great about this Post-it tape is that it is not going to tear your cardstock unless you're like overly rough with it. So we've got our pieces there. I should put this back because if I don't, I will end up spending a long time looking for it. Okay, so I have already die cut these 2 little sprigs, and where did the other one go? Okay, you know what? I think it's gone under my mat because that's just what happens. No, it isn't. Okay, we're gonna die cut this again. I had die cut. Oh, never mind. There we go. We've got it. Okay, so I'm going to take this piece here and I'm going to find my snips again. And I'm just going to cut a little banner in the bottom, okay? So I'm cutting about 1/2 inch right up the middle like that. This is hack number, I don't know, 3, 4. When you want to create a little banner, you're just going to cut up the middle and then cut from each side to that middle point that you just snipped, okay? And that just helps to get it kind of even. All right, so I've got this little banner here. And could I please add the link to what I use? Lori, what I use for the Post-it tape? Can you just clarify for me in the comments, Lori, is it the Post-it tape that you would like? Because I can post the link to that, no problem. Okay, so now we're gonna start to assemble our card. We've literally got everything that we need. And honestly, if I wasn't so chatty, we would have probably been done the card by now, but this is what you sign up for when you join me for a coffee and a card in the morning. It's a lot of chatter and a little bit of crafting. And I love that you guys chat back to me. It's like you're encouraging it, so. Okay. Here we go. Oh, hello, Melissa. Hello, Brene. It would make a great belly band. Yes, it would. Okay. Rick is saying maybe he needs it. Yeah, Rick, sorry to enable you, but okay, so we've got our piece of designer series paper. This is from the Sweetest Christmas. Let's all cross our fingers and toes that it comes back in stock soon. We're going to be using this bundle for our virtual retreat. And so we kind of really want this paper to come back in stock because we are excited to design with it. Okay. So I will also post the link for our virtual retreat. We are closing registration soon. If you're in Canada, you can join with me. And if you are in the US, you can sign up with Jamie. So we're, bringing our countries together in a virtual crafting get together. So there will be 18 make and take. So we're doing 12 cards and 6 tags, all featuring the Christmas banners suite, barring any unforeseen circumstances. And there's just going to be lots of goodies and surprises and just a chance to kind of just craft together, make some progress against your Christmas crafting or whatever you're working on. And people can bring quilting, like you can work on your quilting if you like to, organize your planner, if you want to do some sewing, knitting, crocheting. It doesn't have to be card making, but we are going to include some make and take so that those that do want to do some card making can work on that, and you'll walk away with 18 projects. Okay, so if you can't join live, that is okay. It's virtual, so all of our demonstrations are going to be recorded, and you'll get tutorials, you'll get the make and take packet, so you can still kind of work on all of those things even at your own time. So don't let that stop you, because we will post pictures likely, or other people will be sharing pictures of their projects, and we don't want you to have FOMO, okay? Fear of missing out. Good morning, Caroline. Good morning, Shirley. The chatting puts you in a good mood. Well, I'm glad that you said that, Elizabeth. So then I will keep chatting. And see, you guys are enabling me. Okay, I can now see my card. I just wanted to announce that. Guys, this is literally like the bones of the card, okay? So, I mean, what time did we start? What time did that actually start crafting? I started at 10 o'clock and chatted a lot. And so like really, it's maybe taken me a total of 8 minutes to make the card if you removed all the chatter, which we're not going to do. And now I'm just going to embellish with these red and green adhesive back pearls. I believe they're also called festive pearls, unless I'm using the wrong, the wrong gems. And I'm going to use the red ones here, okay? So I'm going to pop one in the top. Hang on, where's my sample? Nope, I put it in the other top. Nah, I think this space looks like it needs a little bit of sparkle. I'm doing this a little differently than I had done my original. I don't know. I don't want to split those up. I want to create like a little triangle, an acute triangle. You guys are probably like, what is she on? Was she drinking before she started her live this morning? This is the card, friends. I don't know why I'm like in a mood today. Good luck to my family. This is the card. Let me show you close up. I don't know if you guys are having trouble seeing, but I sure am. So there is the card. It's so cute, right? I think I have other ones. Oh my goodness. I meant to like pull out some swaps so that you could see other samples, but I didn't. And I'm scared I'm going to be a little bit of a hot mess if I try and find them right now. So I will try and find them and post pictures or do another live so that you can see other samples featuring this beautiful bundle called Christmas Banners. Yes, show the envelope. That says show the envelope. I did this early on because thanks to my friend Rick, he knew that I would forget to do it. So we did the envelope at the start. So if you're just jumping on now, you're going to want to go back and watch the replay. And then we made the rest of the card. And so no naked envelopes. It's a hashtag. It's a thing. Just take a little piece of your designer series paper, pop it on the flap, and then trim it so that it matches, or so that like just use the flap as a guide. You can cut on this side. Really, really simple, easy to do, creates this beautiful coordinator. Imagine opening the mailbox and not, first of all, seeing an envelope that's not in the shape of a bell. And secondly, you see this like brightly colored polka dotted fun envelope. Who wouldn't be excited to receive an open mail like that? Let me just pop into the comments and see. Once again, if I will be sharing a tutorial for this card, and so I'm putting the link in the comments, and if you would like to join my mailing list, you will get details on this card, including the measurements and a tutorial that you can download and even print if you'd like, and that way you can use the measurements to recreate the card or use something similar that you might have. And actually, I would like to show you my inspiration from this card came from this card here. And this is using the Sun Prints suite. And I literally used the same layout, and see how nicely that worked out. I mean, I switched like positioning of a couple of things, but you can see how similar the cards are in layout. And that's why I always say that if you can figure out the layout, you can make any card you want. So that's where I got the inspiration from this one. I hope that you guys like that. I hope that you enjoyed today's live. I'm just going to make sure that I don't miss any questions. If you need help kind of figuring out what to order, please let me know. Gail says your happiness is contagious. Well, thank you. That is like such a nice comment to receive. I appreciate you guys so much. And thank you to all those that hung out with me and for all your comments. Please continue to tell me in the comments what you think of the card, what you think of the color combo. Also, if you have questions or things that you want to see, please pop those in the comments as well, because I'm always looking for ideas and I want to know what it is that you guys need and what you would like to see. And I'm happy to oblige. So thank you so much, everybody. I hope you all have a fantastic day and a great week ahead. And I will see you guys next week. Bye for now.